What up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the cancel culture. So what is the cancel culture? In Western society, the term cancel culture originated from the word cancel used in many songs in the 1980s. This term was then referenced in a few movies and films like New Jack City, where Nino Brown was like, "Cancel that woman." Over the past several years, the rise of social media platforms like Twitter, which is now X, and good old Facebook has evolved. These platforms allowed for rapid spread of information and opinions of individuals to discuss. With the fleeting spread of information comes the swift of arguments and debates. It was easier for people to call out the wrongdoings of public creators, government officials, and even brands. Let's take a look at today's society. Zooming into our phone, we have Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, three of the most popular and controversial social media where the cancel culture likely happens. Let's start with one of the most interesting examples of celebrities getting cancelled. First up, Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson faced significant backlash in September 2023 after they posted a video about donations to help victims from the Maui wildfires. Many citizens were fueled with anger as they felt that the wealthy should be doing more with their resources. Naturally, social media sites like TikTok and Twitter amplified the backlash of many viewers expressing their resentment towards the two billionaires. Oprah and The Rock did contribute a huge sum to start the fund, but citizens have differing opinions about it. Next up, celebrities like Kim Kardashian and other Korean celebrities were getting cancelled online because they were seen holding a Starbucks cup. People are protesting and posting to spread information about boycotting Starbucks because the brand was said to be supporting Israel during the Palestinian-Israeli war. Starbucks has not taken an official stance into which country they support, but the media continues to talk. Just like everything else online, individuals have differing opinions about the growing aspect of cancellation. Some are supportive of the cancel culture, and some are greatly against it. A few reasons as to why some individuals may be supportive of it are: number one, cancel culture allows people to seek accountability where the justice system fails. An example of this would be the director of Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider, getting cancelled in the media. In the current years, many videos of young actresses from Nickelodeon resurfaced. Many watchers realized that most of these videos had a different meaning to them. A specific video of young Ariana Grande squeezing a potato while making weird sounds outraged the famous singer's fans, further developing evidence to the rumor of sexual assaults that Dan Schneider had done. Number two, cancel culture has the ability to encourage people to speak up. While everyone does not have access to powerful people or legislature, it is free to download Twitter or TikTok. Many believe that although individuals might not have the power to arrest someone or change structural inequality, they can use their voice through the media to create a change. A perfect example of this would be the cancel culture, which allows people to talk, discuss, and create their opinions about someone or something. Number three, cancel culture is simply a new way, the Gen Z way of boycotting, a cherished tactic to civil rights movements. Many people believe that boycotting is a way to send a message to the government if they do not have the power to stop something through political means. Boycotts have been associated with the civil rights movement to bring about change. An example of this would be iconic Rosa Parks, who stood up for herself and sat on a seat where she was not allowed to sit because of her skin color. Craig Jenkins, a Vulture music critic, said that cancel culture is a redrawing of the balance of the power between brands and consumers, a necessary one. "I'm thrilled the brands are scared to death of saying the wrong thing for once. But this doesn't only account to brands, but for everyone. Individuals tend to be more aware and mindful about what they say next due to the fear of being cancelled." On to the negative aspects of cancel culture. Why should the cancel culture be cancelled? Con number one. Cancel culture accounts to more online bullying and blames that can further feed into violence and hatred. According to a high school student named Miranda, she believes that cancel culture is simply used for individuals to feed off of the negativity presented online to create hate trains of mass cyberbullying targeted at one specific person. There are times where the retaliation of the cancelled individual is a lot worse and more offensive than what the offender had actually deserved. An example of this would be Sabrina Carpenter. She was not cancelled, but many people hated her for ruining Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo's relationship. According to a song lyric she had sang, she received death threats at such a young age for simply loving someone. The second disadvantage would be the fact that the cancel culture is not productive to bring about change. President Obama states, "If I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or use the wrong verb, then I can sit back and feel good about myself because I'm woken by the fact that I called you out." That is not activism. If all you are doing is casting stones, you're probably not going that far. Numerous individuals believe that cancelling someone is only a short-term release to the anger that citizens feel. There was no true long-term change that was seen. Once everyone gets over the cancellation, they might forget about it and move on to the next. And last but absolutely not the least, cancel culture can lead to intolerance of democratic societies where the majority, who believe to find someone guilty, excludes the minority's opinions. Many people base their opinions on others as they fear that they will get cancelled as well. There are tons of misconceptions and misinformation in the media, and those who are too lazy to research for themselves will form their conclusion with the majority. This is against the aspect of democracy, where everyone should be heard. Additionally, the offender might fear to speak up and give their side of the story because of the attack that they are receiving. These disadvantages lead us to the question, is cancel culture illiberal? The answer is probably. Imagine a spectrum. Left is no, right is yes, and the center is maybe. The cancel culture would be around here. Here's a recap of our 3 advantages and disadvantages. Cancel culture has the potential to change society for the good. It allows people to speak, impose justice, and create progress, all of which are aspects of liberalism. However, there are numerous reasons as to why the disadvantages outweigh the benefits. Although the cancel culture allows individuals to speak up about certain issues, people who have unpopular opinions are discouraged to speak in fear of being attacked. In a democratic society, according to our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, we are deemed innocent until proven guilty. In the media's case, this right barely exists. Individuals may collectively punish the offender by attacking, bullying, and shaming them publicly without thorough investigation. Look at Chris Pratt over here, who was cancelled because he is allegedly involved in Hillsong Church, which is anti-LGBTQ. Poor guy. Aside from suppression of dissent and lack of proportionality, cancel cultures can also be seen to have mob mentality and erosion of forgiveness and possible redemption. Cancel culture usually involves a group of people who will publicly shame and ostracize the offender. Additionally, these rumors, opinions, and other information about the offender, real or fake, destroys their ability to move on. Liberalism generally supports the idea of progressing and changing in order to achieve growth. Cancel culture can be unforgiving as digital footprint exists, and people will always be reminded of the wrongdoings that they had done. Here's an example of a video where the cancel culture is starting to become too much.
Jesus was killed because people didn't like what he was saying, so could you call him the first celebrity victim of cancel culture?
Additionally, further tactics that can help the cancel culture to be successful is imposing more serious guidelines from the apps. Social media apps like TikToks and Instagram already have guidelines that have to be followed. However, I believe that these guidelines should be stricter for people to take it seriously. These guidelines will be fair and clear. Additional rules imposed would be no misinformation and a spectrum of acceptable and unacceptable behavior or speech. Verification of facts must be done in every informative video. Those who are spreading false information should have the video automatically banned. If a user is known for hating and bullying others in the comment sections, or even through a video, they must be banned from the app. Although apps might already have rules involving these maneuvers, it should be taken more seriously. And that is it for our cancel culture video. Overall, we had learned that there are different perspectives involving the culture, as well as many benefits and disadvantages. The key to ensure liberalism is balance, having the right amount of calling out and understanding. Thank you for watching my video. Until next time.